Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So Skullgirls Mobile just got an update, update 7.2.1, and I figured it's been a while since I've done like a discussion. I don't know if discussion's the right word. Really, I'm just going to go over the update. But it's been a while since I've done something like this, so let's go ahead and check out what they added, because why not? Alright, so as you can see, this is the new art for the title screen and is also the theme of the Backstage Pass, which is a Alice in Wonderland. So there are two new characters. We have Tyrannical Painwheel and Mad Malice Marie. First off, I think these stats are supposed to be like I'm assuming these are their base stats without, like when you just level them up to 50 without upgrading any of their skill tree, I assume, because these look really low. That's the only reason I would think they'd be that low. Anyways, I have no idea. Okay, so Mad Malice Marie is the diamond character that's featured in the new prize fight relic, and then Painwheel is the gold fighter featured in the relic. I don't know who this is based on. I want to say she looks familiar, but honestly, I got nothing, so I'm sure you guys will tell me who this is supposed to be in the comments. And then Mad Malice Marie, this one's kind of obvious, I feel like, even if you haven't seen Alice in Wonderland. So yeah, that's Alice. Okay, well, I haven't looked into their abilities. I know that there are notes for them on Twitter, I'm pretty sure, but I'll just look at it when I run into them or something. So yeah. Anyways, so the characters featured in this month's prize fight Diamond Relic are, of course, Mad Malice Marie. Then we have Heavy-Handed Cerebella, Dark Might Beowulf, Splitting Image Fukawa, and Grave Danger Squiggly. Personally, of these five, I already have Heavy-Handed, Splitting Image, and Grave Danger, so and honestly, if I get Dark Might, I'm gonna be a little disappointed. Like, it'll be kind of cool to have another diamond, but I'm never gonna use him, like, to be honest. So, by the way, what pose is this? Seriously. Like, when does Big Man do this? I have no idea. But anyways, if I get him, I'm gonna be sad. But if I get Marie, that would be pretty awesome. And let's see. Okay, so there are some quality of life improvements. This is one of the things that I was looking forward to the most. I hadn't realized that it was going to be for this update, though. They increased the amount of gifts that you can hold on to 200. It used to be 50, which honestly was kind of, I don't want to say it was small, but you can have up to 50 friends. So to me, that's pretty crazy, especially if you want to send like gold gifts to everybody. It was really hard. It was really difficult. Oops, sorry. Even if you had friends that weren't all active and didn't all send gifts and stuff, it was still really hard to send everybody a gold gift like quickly. So I feel like maybe this being up to 200 will make it a little bit easier. I mean, honestly, even if it doesn't, I just like the idea that I can have, like, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? I can grind in, like, what's it called? The daily events and stuff without having to worry about having to go into the store and exchange all of my gifts into gold gifts. So I'm happy about this. Let's see. Story mode now remembers your last mission, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to be honest, I don't really care. That sounds cool, I guess, but eh. Improved visual clarity in menus like story mode and relic opening. I know somebody told me about this, like they moved the little icons or whatever, like something like that. So I guess I'll find out what that looks like when I actually summon again. Store offer UI improvements, better readability and transparency when browsing bundles. Okay, so I wonder if it's even mentioned to this. It might. You know what? We'll talk. I don't really know what to say about this because I never really paid that much attention. I know the store does look different, so I'm not really sure what it means by transparency, but of course they give you free gifts. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we already saw this. Updated Duality Spotlight Relic. Okay, so I guess this is the current Spotlight Relic. I mean, I'm going to look at this later anyway, but I already know I'm not going to summon on this because I have a Moral Fiber and I don't really care about her. And I don't have wet work, but like I barely ever use Valentine to begin with. So, I'm not 100% sure what it, like, okay, so I guess these are characters that are featured in the Bondetta Relic. But, I mean, there's more than 3 golds, right? So, am I wrong? Is there really only 3 gold? Like, I'm pretty sure there's more than this, but so far we have Painwheel, Tyrannical Painwheel, the new one, Umbrella Palace Plunderer. She's really, actually, I never use her. Like, I wanted to use her at one point, but then I kind of just got sidetracked and never leveled her up, so yeah, but I would use her if I ever got her. Well, I would use her if I ever, like, invested in her. And then Beowulf Dragon Brawler, I have him, but I have not invested into him at all. And then we have the diamonds. Okay. And then, of course, the new Shard Exchange characters are from the Let me think. 3 months ago, that would be February. So these are the February featured characters. I don't care about Black Dahlia at all. Well, okay, no, I don't care about Eliza at all. Black Dahlia, I actually kind of care about, but not really. Like, I'm not going to exchange for her, I don't think. Well, you know what? Maybe I will. No, I'm not going to. I'm not even going to lie and say I will. And what else is there? Let's see. Offer templates in the store revised to more clearly show items. Relic opening, move the... Okay, so this is what it was. Relic opening moved the variant icon to be next to the element icon to tidy things up. Because it did look... I think, in general, those icons are weird to begin with, but at least maybe it'll look better now. I don't know. I need to see what it looks like. Enhanced visuals for story mode and origin story mode selections. Okay, that's interesting. We saw this earlier. Increase... Oh, wait. Okay, this is just... We already saw this. Okay, what I wanted to say was, I know that they changed the fonts of like the text in the game. Well, not all. I don't know if it's all the text, but like they changed the fonts of the numbers, for example, on character fighter scores, and it looks really strange to me. Okay, it doesn't look bad. Like I can still read it, but it just looks kind of odd. And I think it's just because I got so used to that old font that I didn't think much of it. And it made me think, I don't know if you guys have ever played like an old remaster, not an old remaster, but a remaster of an older game, like an older JRPG. And the text, like they update the text to make it look a little nicer, I guess, or cleaner. I don't know how you'd put that, but it ends up looking really weird because the graphics of the game are like, if it's like a specific type of game, for example, something that's all pixelated, like a Final Fantasy or like a Dragon Quest, and like the game is all pixelated and the graphics are like that, and then you have the text and it just looks very clean and weird. Like it looks so bizarre and it sticks out. I know Suikoden, I haven't played the remaster yet, but I do have it. But I know when they first showed that off, like in trailers and stuff, the text looked weird to me. I thought it looked really strange. Like it didn't fit in with the actual game. So that's kind of how I feel about this right now. It looks a little weird, but at least you can read it. More avatars, fix an issue, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it. You know what? Let's take a look at the new characters because why not? I have time to do that. Okay, you guys, I just noticed that the Skullgirls mobile hub thing has this like daily login page. I did not know this was a thing, so I don't know if this is separate. Has this been here this entire time and I just never used it? Are you serious? I could have been getting free relics. Okay, well, this is a thing, you guys. If you ever want to log in, you can get free rewards apparently. I'm guessing this is like separate from the actual login. I have no idea. Wow. Okay, anyways. Okay, I was thinking I'd have to go all the way to Twitter to actually look at these, but apparently it's just on this page. Cool. Okay, so let's start with Tyrannical Painwheel. So let's see. Signature ability, Infectious Bite. Critical hits have a 35% chance to inflict bleed or grant miasma for 6 seconds each. While benefiting from at least 3 stacks of miasma or the opponent suffers from at least 3 stacks of bleed, critical hits have a 50% chance to remove 1 opponent buff. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Okay, I don't know. I kind of like that. That sounds fun. I like that she's like critical based because I don't know why. I never use characters, or I feel weird giving characters critical hit stats or critical damage stats whenever they don't have anything that actually benefits from that aside from damage. So I kind of like the idea of this. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get her, or I'll use gold shards or something if I can't get her in the future. We'll see. Okay, let's take a look at Mad Malice Marie. But yeah, she seems kind of fun. I don't know. You know what? I think what I also like about Tyrannical, let's just go over her again, is that one of my favorite things about characters like this is where their abilities kind of just activate without you having to do something specific. I guess in this case you do have to get critical hits, but that just happens like naturally throughout the fight. You can't really force it. Well, maybe you can. I don't know what Painwheel's moves do. Maybe she has like a move that increases critical hits. Either way. All right, Mad Malice Marie. That's fun to say. Okay, signature ability, off with their heads. Why is that her ability? She doesn't say that. Whatever. While Marie is alive, her teammates' critical hits have a 25% chance to grant enrage for 15 seconds. Oh, what? That's kind of cool. Marie gains permanent enrage for every 30 seconds, health lost by any teammate or opponent. Gain permanent precision while benefiting from 5 stacks of this enrage. Wait, when it says this enrage, does it specifically mean like permanent enrage? I'm assuming that's what it means. So you can't just get 5 stacks of enrage from somewhere else and have that affect her ability or trigger her permanent precision. I mean, that's kind of cool. Okay, that sounds cool, but like, every 30% health lost. Does that mean if you lose health but then regenerate your health? Yeah, well, if it's a permanent precision, then that has to be the case, right? It won't go away. So like if you regenerate, or if the enemy regenerates health, but you manage to take it out again. And when it says every 30%, does that mean like in total? I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it means. Like it doesn't just mean, like it's not like Indomitable Parasol where you have to knock the enemy below 80% health or something for it to count. I'm guessing it's just every time you take off 30% of an opponent's health over time. I don't know. That sounds cool. I would be totally happy to get her, even though I still need way more diamond keys because I have so many characters to level up. But I guess that's it. Okay, so yeah, this is the new update. I don't know if you guys are excited. I kinda am, sort of. I don't know. I guess I'm excited. There were some weird changes. Like, there were some cool changes, but some weird ones as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again next time. Oh yeah, let me know what you think about the update, and let me know what you are excited for in the future, and how you feel about these characters. But anyways, goodbye for now.